Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Section 6.2 Notes, Classifying and Evaluating Polynomials. Now you guys are going to have a separate sheet of paper out today. I'm so sorry. Otherwise you can print out the notes on the website, but that's just kind of an answer key. So, let's get going. We are going to write down some definitions first. So, some important vocabulary. Terms are numbers or variables that are separated by addition or subtraction signs. Okay? So, numbers or variables separated by addition or subtraction signs. And what that might look like could be 2x squared minus 4. Okay? 3y squared is the 2 plus 6x w to the 5th minus 1. Okay, it can be tons of different stuff, but that's kind of what they look like. Now, a polynomial contains one or more term, and the degree of a polynomial is the highest exponent in a polynomial if more than one variable is in a term and the exponents. Okay. Now, if you need to keep writing this down, just pause the video. Otherwise, we're going to keep going. Now, the next thing that we need to know is how to classify a polynomial. We look at the number of terms. Okay, if it's 1, it's monomial, 2, binomial, 3, trinomial, 4 or more is polynomial. Now, if you guys are in other classes, or if you speak Spanish, you're taking reading and stuff like that, you guys should know that 1 means mono. 2, two things. Bi, like a bicycle. 3, tri, like a triangle, a tricycle. Okay, all of those things have 3, and that's where we're getting up with these words. Okay, so let's classify and identify the degree of each one of these. So the first thing I want to know is what's the name? How many terms does it have? Okay, so for example 1, it's got 1, 2, 3 terms, which means that that is a trinomial. And the next thing I want to know is the degree. And the degree is just finding the highest exponent. So my degree is 2. Does that make sense? All right. Looking at example B. Let's count the terms. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it's got 4 terms, it's called a polynomial. With a degree, we'll just say that the d equals degree. The degree, I want the highest degree. Is it 7? Actually, this degree right here would be 5. Oh, let's make that, because we have to add them together. There's 1, so this degree is 8. And that degree is 2. So my highest one would be that term with a degree of 8. All right, C. Counting the terms, 1, 2. So if it's got 2 terms, that's a binomial with a degree of 5. Okay, counting the terms in this last one, we've only got 1, so that means it's a monomial with a degree of, how many m's do we have right here? We only have 1. Okay, so all all we're doing here is we're using these names right here to classify our polynomials. Okay, and then you just look at the degree and add it up. All right, the next part is to evaluate for the value given. So we're going to say that x equals -3. So wherever you see an x, we're going to plug in -3. All right, order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We have to do the exponent first. So that means that -3 squared, remember that's -3 times -3 is 9. And the rest of this stays the same. Okay, now we can move on to multiply. So we get 18 plus 3 times 3 is -9 plus 5. Okay, and now the plus and negative, we really don't need that, so it's 18 minus 9 plus 5. 18 minus 9 is 9, and 9 plus 5 is 14. So this second part right here, the evaluating this, should be easy because we've done this multiple times. Okay? And don't be scared if there's a fraction. Okay? So, let's see, y is -2. So 6 times -2 to the third minus 3 over 2 times -2 plus 2. So -2 times -2 times -2. That gives us, well, that's +4, -8. Okay? So 6 times -8 minus 3 over 2 times -2 plus 2. Okay, we get going to multiply. 6 times -8, you should know that that is -48. Now off to the side, if you don't know, -3 over 2 times 2 over 1, it's a negative. So negative times negative is positive. 6 over 2, which is 3. It's okay to do your side work, guys. Okay? And now when you add all that stuff up together, you get -45. Oh, not 45. I'm sorry. I did that real fast. 43. All right. We've talked about function form before. Function form is just plugging in a number. Okay? They're saying that if f is -8, we have to plug in -8 for x. So the way we would write that is f of -8 equals 3 over 4 times -8 plus 5. Okay? And the same thing as before is if you don't know what 3 over 4 times -8 over 1 is, multiply the top and the bottom, because 4 times 1 is 4, and then divide. So you get -6. So -6 plus 5 gives us -1. And the way we would write our final answer would look like that. Okay, so g of y, that's just telling us what our function is. So we're plugging in 4. So 4 squared minus 4 plus 3. You guys can go ahead and solve this. Pause the video and let's see how you do. And you should have gotten g of 4 equals 15. Okay, last one is all you. So pause the video and then I'll have the answer up in just a sec. So P of -3 equals 18. If you have any questions on how to solve that, come in for help. Now, your homework is on the website. It's from the book, page 360 to 363. You can do all of your work on a separate sheet of paper. If you have any questions, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. Otherwise, thanks for watching Algebra 2, Chapter 6.2 Notes, Day 1. Thanks for watching.